Yeah.
Right. And he's very genuine and down to earth. Like he's not, there's no posturing, there's no pomp and circumstance with him. He's just like, if you can do it, you can do it. So
do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that.
So as far as acting is concerned, what's next for you? More movies, more television?
Well, both. I just signed with a new agency, but because of the pandemic, Hollywood is shut down again. In actual Hollywood, Atlanta is still doing stuff as well. So auditioning for stuff, but during this whole 2020, I really focused on writing. So have a sitcom that my sister and I wrote that's closely based on our family.
I love it.
So, and then I have 3 or 4 other film projects that I wrote. So just working on pitching those and getting those in the right hands and getting those on TV or on movie screen so that, there's, you grow. So as an actor, so if there's a role in it, great, but it's also still my voice because I've created the words on the page.
Yeah, and
that's
don't limit yourself. Excuse me, because there's always Hulu, Netflix, wherever there's a door opening.
Right, and there's so many, like you said, that's the different era we are in now. Like when I started, there was 3 networks, 4 studios, but now everybody's open. Like Sling TV, Hulu, Tubi,
Amazon Prime, it's all kind of stuff.
Like everybody has a network. Disney Plus.
You can eat. You can eat.
Yeah.
So there's so many venues or outlets for you to be seen now. That
a lot of competition,
Yeah.
As far as streaming platforms, which is super dope because there's a lot of people moving away from cable and regular TV and going straight to those. Yeah.
I just did it last year. And the only reason I did it is because my TV I bought a new TV and it was a smart TV. And I was
That's
like,
right.
It's got all the apps in here. And I looked at my cable bill and I was like, well, this is stupid. What was I doing all this time? So
thank you.
Yeah. As long as my Wi-Fi is working, I got TV.
That's
exactly how I felt too about it. I'm like, nope, snip.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And this is the first time that I can remember where the technology made the studios follow them, because we've always had to go where they go to see the entertainment. This is the first time they were like, okay, well, we got to go play in their yard now. Like we got to find them where they are. So like you said, there's so many avenues and venues which is exciting to me, because it used to be only a certain type of gatekeeper. It'd be like, Black folks, and they used to tell us to our face, Black folks don't sell overseas. Well, America wouldn't want to see that type of TV show. Be like, okay, well, let's put it on this other app and see what they think about it. So now I like it because it's taken away that kind of power.
That it should have been stripped.
And we've always proven that wrong. Like we've proven that wrong forever, but that was always their thing, to try and keep us to where we had to be subservient to them. But now we can do our own thing,
It was like we only could bang on certain doors, but now there's so many doors and if you don't go to any of those streaming platforms, you could create your own. Because I feel like since 2020, like the new form of entertainment is social media. Like everybody just went from TV, movies, straight to social media. You can get your music, you can get your shows, you can get your comedians, you can get so many different things just by going to Instagram or Facebook or whatever, going on live, So there's a lot of different options out there. Like, do you feel like Instagram and the social media outlets have posed a challenge? Because I see, so I watched the skit you did with Jinx, Donkey Jinx, the dog. And ate that edible. Did you see that one, Liga? The dog that ate the edible? First of all, you couldn't even keep it together. You laughed the whole time in the beginning.
Because first of all, the dog was somebody should have called Peter on that, because that dog. I've only seen Pookie that high. I've never
Thank
seen
you.
a dog that high.
Right.
Yeah.
The dog was nodding. The dog was like, nodding.
That looks like a different kind of high to me. That don't look like edibles. That looks like Oh wait, what you talking about? That look like
That's
that.
a whole nother
Exactly.
Yeah, and the funny part is, by the time I recorded it, I had watched it 5 times, trying to be able to do it without laughing. And I was like, get it, I can't, because it's just at a certain point, she said something to the dog, and the dog just what and I was like, I can't take it. This is stupid. So, but the pandemic allowed for me to sit down for a minute and create.
There you go.
And create, like where I am right now is my home studio, which used to be my home office, but I bought a backdrop screen, a stand for my laptop, and then 2 lights. On Amazon, the whole thing costs $200, but they're professional looking lights. And I just got the iPhone 12 Pro simply for the camera. So that now, you know, like you said, people are looking more for it, but it gave me a chance to start figuring out what I wanted to do, how I wanted to have my voice be heard on social media, you know, what I want to talk about. And at this point now, people are sending me videos like, talk about this one. Comment on this one. And I'm like, okay, give me a second. Cause I used to just do it like once a week. I do like one day and do like 7, 8 videos and be like, cool, I got it for the week. But now people are, you know, Tuesday, I'm like, dang, I gotta do a lot of them. So
that's a beautiful thing now.
Yeah, you in demand.
I'm not, it's a beautiful problem to have.
Yeah.
My numbers are slowly growing, but they're growing, but the interactions with the people is more genuine than if I went out there and bought like 200,000 followers or whatever. So
yeah.
Kim told me about that buying followers stuff. I had never heard of that mess.
Yeah. I mean,
because it's more genuine. They want that connection with you. Remember, I was talking about having a personal brand versus a business brand. They want that connection with you. They feel more special, more in tune with what you got going on when they know that it's more personal. You know?
Right. Yeah. And it allows them. And then when we are allowed to go back on the road, they'll come wherever they are. They'll be, oh yeah, that's my man from the video.
Exactly.
So it allows your fan base to grow, but a real fan base, not just, you know, numbers, because that's what people were getting for, because Hollywood said you got to have these certain amount of numbers before we take you seriously. So people were like, well, fine, I'll go buy the numbers. But now I'm liking the way that mine is growing, because I'm interacting with the people, actually be like, oh yeah, I know the people. So as it grows and more people come in, it's almost like the people who are already there are like, okay, these are the rules now. You come in here, you know what I'm saying? Okay, cool.
That's what happened with D Nice.
Yeah.
That's what happened with D Nice. People were like, I was here already before this.
Right. Yeah. Then you have those folks. That's the great thing. They're like, I remember when you started. I remember your first video. Like, okay, cool. I like it.
So now, when we out of the pandemic, do you think Hollywood is going to start turning to those social media platforms and saying, okay, what works for who, and how can we build on this? Or do you still think people are going to have to go out there and fight and get on their grind to get those spots? Because now I feel like they should be coming to y'all. They should be like rushing to the people on Instagram and stuff like that.
And they will, and they were doing it like right before the pandemic, but they were only doing it for people with humongous numbers. But the difference is the people that they were doing it for before just had numbers, no talent. So now you can see, you know, the body of work from people's social media and be like, okay, they actually got some talent, and they have some numbers, or they have a strong fan base, because all Hollywood wants is asses in the seats. So if you have more numbers by percentages, they're like, if only 10% of his people come out, then that's a blockbuster for us. So but they were, like I said, they were doing asses in the seats, but they were like, people were like, but this product is trash because these people can't act. So I do believe that they'll come to the cream rises to the top. So when this is over, they'll be like, okay, this person has talent, and they also know how to act in front of the camera. They know how to, you know, play to the camera. They also know how to produce their videos, and they have a solid fan base. So let's give this person a shot. So I think they'll do that, because Hollywood follows trends, and the trend now is social media. So you can't, once this is over, just negate that anymore. You can't.
That's right.
You know, it's like hip hop. Like they tried to discredit hip hop for so long until hip hop just started selling out arenas. Then they were like, well, we gotta love it now. Give them a
Let me get on the wagon.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's even with that movie Soul that on Disney Plus. I had never heard of it, but they were pumping it on social media. So hold on, let me press play. It's outstanding, and everybody's talking about it. But that's the point.
That movie,
it is so good.
And that movie is great. And the crazy part about that is that movie, Soul with Jamie Foxx, came out the same day Wonder Woman 84 came out.
Yeah, I ain't even care nothing about that one.
Oh my God, it was horrible. But they promoted. But if we would have been outside, like if we would have been in a regular world before, you know, everybody had to stay home and you could watch what you want. You could only watch what you wanted to watch through streaming services. That Wonder Woman 84 would have been on every screen at every theater. And Soul might have been on a fraction of that. So they would have been dictating what we thought was good or what we were supposed to see.
To get the money too, the butts in the seats.
Yeah, so Wonder Woman 84 was a flop. And
they said some trash.
It would Wonder Woman 84 would not have been good in 1984. That's how bad it was a bad movie in 84. I don't know how they thought in 2020 that we just yeah. So but Soul, which was the first time a Pixar had a black lead character, and it was so good that you couldn't deny it. Like, and it didn't pander to anything. That's what I love about this movie, this cartoon movie, is it didn't pander, it didn't hit you over the head with any, you know, sentiments or any type of messages. It just was like, what would happen if you died the day that you got your biggest break? What would you do? Yeah. And the story goes from there, and it was like, wow, you know, you think about it, I might try that. And the other side was the souls, because my daughter, when she was little, she was like, yeah, I must have been crazy to pick you and my mama. But I was like, you ain't had no hand in it. But Soul does it where it shows like the souls before they come to before they come to earth, like, okay, I want to go be that person. I want to go down there now. So it showed all that dynamic, and it was just done so well that you have to see it. Like, I've seen it 3 times, you know.
It is beautiful. It's, as I said, Soul is good for your soul.
Yes.
Yeah. Once you see it, you're gonna want to see it again. And it's just so different. It's something unlike anything that I've seen before. And Kim, no, I watch a lot of everything. That's just what I do. I mean, I was just sitting here watching some Iceland band. I'm like, but I just like to learn about what different people are doing. Kim, no, she knows.
But you know, we're in a pandemic, and I'm a fan of all things TV, film, and everything, sci-fi, horror, whatever. So I've been watching a lot of every foolishness. I got caught up watching reality TV now, and I used to when I was free to roam, I used to bash it, and I'm ashamed to say that right now my 2 favorite shows are 90 Day Fiance and Love After Lockup.
Those shows are good.
Yeah. Good and terrible is what they are.
Yeah, I haven't seen 90 Day Fiance, but Love After Lockup, I didn't see that. I'm like, Lord,
I got that on my DVR. I'll be like, I'm not sure.
Oh, 90 Day Fiance, you like, he's still giving her money. He ain't even seen, she done stood him up. He done went and travel.
She done moved out. I think if it's the girl I'm thinking about, she done moved out, stayed with somebody else for like a week or 2 and came back.
Yes, it's
it's so damn addictive.
It's so funny that it's like, this can't really be real.
And it is.
It's real people.
And
like,
it is.
And I'm like, well, where y'all get this kind of money that you could just throw
and cash at me?
Never seen before. I was like, I'll be on my profile like, I'm gonna catfish somebody because I got bills to pay. That stimulus wasn't enough. Let me go in and see if I can be Tatiana.
That 6 wasn't enough.